guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making this top, and child, I'm gonna let it speak for itself. Get into it. Alright, the things that you will need: we're using weight 3 yarn, showing you that it's weight 3, lightweight, a 4.25 millimeter hook, pair of scissors, and let's just get started. So we're going to start off with our slip knot, and we are going to make a chain of 81 plus 2 for our turning chain. So we're going to go into the third chain from the hook with a double crochet. And then we are going to simply double crochet all the way down. It's gonna look like that. All right, now here is where our top is starting. So we're gonna work from the top down. We're gonna begin by chaining 13. We have our 13 chains. Then we're going to count 6 stitches over, and in the 6th stitch we're going to place a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 13 again, count 6 stitches, and in the 6th stitch we're going to put another single crochet. Alright, here we go, chaining 13 again, counting 6 stitches, and then in the 6th stitch we are going to place a single crochet all the way down. And it's okay if you don't have 6 stitches when you end. I think I ended with about 8 stitches, put in the last stitch, and it was fine. Work this pattern all the way down. So I just wanted to stop and show you guys what it's going to look like as you're working along. This is exactly how it's going to look like. Here we are coming up on the end of this, and this is where I had 8 stitches left, and I just put it into the last stitch. Just like that. Now what we're about to do is we're going to chain up 13, and we are going to place a single crochet in the 7th chain of the previous row. So we chained 13 because we want 6 on each side. We want to place that single crochet in the middle, so I count up to the 7th chain. This whole project you have to count. You have to count 13 chains to make sure you have the correct 13, and you have to count up to 7 to make sure you're putting that single crochet right there in the 7th chain. So you don't increase or decrease for this pattern, but you just have to make sure that you're counting so that you have even pikes, if you want to call it. So I zoomed in so you could see me counting to the 7th chain, and you can do more chains, less chains. I liked the size of the 13. You just want to make sure it's an odd number so that you have that 1 stitch in the middle to put your single crochet in. That part is very important. Some people just put it right in the middle of the mesh chain, if you want to call it. But I like to put it in the stitch because it keeps it more sturdy. So this is the last stitch of this row. We're counting up to 7 on the end, and we're going to put it in just like that. So this whole pattern from beginning to end, chain 13, find that 7th stitch or whatever middle stitch you will have, and put a single crochet right in there. And you're going to do that for 18 rows. So I just want to clarify, when I said rows, I meant like the spaces. So right now I'm showing you how I counted the spaces. I go make 2 and come back. Here we are with our 2 panels that are identical. So we're going to match up the top because we are going to single crochet the sides together. So first I am matching up the bottom mesh chains together. For this, I single crocheted up 3.5 chain stitches, if you want to call it. I wanted my armhole to be a little bit bigger. Matching up the bottom, we start in the middle where my first thumb is. We're gonna put our single crochet in between that stitch, like you're about to see. So we're gonna start off with our slip knot. And our joining single crochet chain stitch will be right between those two. You want to make sure you go through both of them. See how the first mesh chain is hanging out? But I would recommend actually starting from the very bottom and not skipping that, because I had like a little bit of a space, which wasn't bad, but I could have closed it. So now we are just single crocheting till about the point of 3.5. So we haven't even made one full one yet, but this is, we're going down the first one, the second one, then we're going to go through the third one. And you want to make sure you're going through both of those chains on both sides. It might be a little bit difficult, but make sure you just put your hook through both of them. You want to catch both of them. They have to become one. So we're just going to keep going up like that. Now we are at the top, so we're gonna line the top up to match every double crochet to each other, and I single crocheted down 16 stitches. That's the size that I wanted my shoulder piece to be, and I wanted that much space in the middle for my neck hole. The more you work inward, the tighter your neck hole, and the less you work, the looser the neck hole. So that is what I did. And of course we are crocheting in our tails because we don't really like them, so we're just going to crochet in our tails. That's why you probably can't see, but make sure you go through both of those top stitches. It could be a little difficult, but just push your hook through both of those top stitches and work your way all the way down to your 16 stitch. So at this point, all of the sides have been single crocheted, both top shoulder pieces have been single crocheted together, and both side pieces have also been single crocheted down to create our neck hole and our armhole. So this is our neck hole. And now I'm showing you the armhole. Just like that. All right, now you want to turn your project inside out. You want to turn your project inside out so we can get started on working on those sleeves. This is what it looks like when it's turned inside out. Very clean and mean. So now we're going to put a stitch marker where we just made that first join so that we can remember where our row ends and begins. So you're going to follow this pattern all the way until you get to your stitch marker. So I just wanted to show you how I crocheted over the join for the shoulder. So I put a single crochet in the stitch, in the mesh stitch beside it, and then the one that was right next to it over. So I think it's easier to see what I did. All right, so this is very important. Every chain is considered a row. So for this particular pattern, the way I decreased the arm is every time I got to my stitch marker, I counted that as a row. So I did 3 rows of 13 chains, 10 rows of 11 chains, 6 rows of 9 chains, and also 6 rows of 7 chains. You don't have to decrease, but I did that. Again, I decreased by an odd number so that my middle chain would always make my peaks symmetrical. And that line counts as your row. So that is how you are going to make the arms going down, and you're going to make it to the length that you want it. So now I'm about to chain another 13, and when I join this 13 to my 7th chain, that will be row 2. When it's all said and done, you will look like this, okay? I was feeling myself in this top. So cute, so summer. Let me know if you make it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!